taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut, season off top, you stop breathing.
Yeah, what's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where, as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpio, the New England representative, and as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, what it do? Shutterwork the God, Go Artist, aka LB Lauderdale Boss. Thursday Night Rants, ringgameradio.com is back in the building. The 4 horsemen of this real shit. I mean, the 9 horsemen, really.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm surprised the 5th horseman that usually, that fucks with us, on these days, is he sleeping, bro?
I don't know. He's vibing,
it
get
is
that day off. You kind of, you kind of enjoy it. I mean,
yeah, life, life is life, and so you gotta enjoy.
Y'all niggas just gotta get a damn Friday podcast every once in a while, man.
I mean, it's starting to get cold, so that's gonna be a possibility soon enough. Niggas don't, because I know I would be going out when it's cold like that shit. But I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, yo, what's good? You already know who this is. Your boy King P, Bodega Box in the building. Ring Gang Radio all day. Let's go. We ranting tonight. So,
yes, sir. Anyone banned from the bodega?
Not the hoes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no hoes today. So,
I thought we love the hoes though. Like, how about the hoes that be lying?
Yeah,
like, how about that?
We gotta let them in. We gotta let them in.
If they just lying, I don't know.
Oh yeah, nah, they can stay out.
You gotta be proud today. You gotta stand on your wholeness tonight.
Your wholeness can't be deleted in the bodega.
Nah.
Oh shit! And last but certainly not least, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, what's Fly's Conscious Pilot, the West Coast Avenger, #1 contender preparing for liftoff. We ain't flying, we just lying and going to Hawaii. I don't fucking know. I'm here though. We're in game. Let's get it.
Yo, my man put a lot of emphasis on them, pilots.
Yeah, like this is off brand for you, nigga. Like, what's good? Like, you not happy? Like, you can't fake it?
Hey, pause.
Yeah, I was like, damn, man, you put a little emphasis.
Pause, yeah, but damn. Like,
I'm good. I'm here. Let's get it.
But yeah, that's Conscious Pilot. He stays elevated above the clouds. You did.
Edible ain't hit yet.
But when it does, you'll know. But yo, where this nigga pee at, yo?
Pause.
Hey, nigga, I didn't say that's not gay, nigga.
No, he did.
I don't know. I mean, anybody could be. Niggas don't know what pee is. Like, pause.
Pushing P. He'll be back, I'm sure. I don't know where he went though. He ain't here.
I know this connection might be on some shit though, but it's all good though. But yeah, man, we're basically the basis of tonight's rant. Oh, there he is. Basically the basis of tonight's rant is something that we were talking about, or was discussed internally in our chat or whatever. Stemming from incident and tweets and subsequent conversation. The topic is how many bodies is too many bodies. And it's stemming from Brittany Renner being on Uncle Shay's Shannon Sharpe show, and I gotta say too, like, I never in a million years, because if you watch Shannon Sharpe back in the day, you thought he'd be on a show entertaining this type of bullshit. Seriously, like, the man.
That's y'all football niggas.
I mean, the man has 3 Super Bowl rings. He's one of the greatest tight ends of all time. And all this stuff. So it's just like, so you think he had, he'd do something else.
I mean, y'all convince Skip Bayless, not me. I know he a legend. When I see that nigga benching, I think 400 pounds in the gym.
Crazy shape for his.
Yeah, I was like, that motherfucker super crazy.
And he was like one of the faces. We talked about Prime last week. He was one of the faces of the NFL of the 90s. I felt like Shannon Sharpe, and he was right there with Dion. I felt like.
Yeah, but the funny thing is too is when he started doing all this shit, dude was kind of squarish, like dude was just by the book. But then slowly but surely that personality of his kicked in, and you got the Uncle Shay and all this other shit. And I'm just like, you know, obviously when he was doing the whole Henny Black and Mild stuff, knowing perfectly well this nigga eats chicken and plain ass rice, you know, like 3 times a day.
Drinking the hen dog and all that fucking.
Yeah, this nigga's really drinking water. Like, dude was really playing the role for a minute, but I guess he was entertaining. But now,
hey, that's how some of these rappers be. That niggas be standing.
Yeah, no, seriously, yeah. But you know, I think now, of course, you know, after being with Skip Bayless, you know, he has his own podcast, you know, Club Shay Shay. You know, everyone has a podcast. You know, even famous football Hall of Fame niggas. You know,
I mean, Ring Gang was on the forefront of the podcasts, though. You know, like it didn't explode like that just yet in 2018.
Right, and then me and LB, we had our own channels way back, you know.
Yeah, like 2010, 2011, 12, like back then type shit.
Yeah, before these monetization policies and shit like that, you know.
Before everybody just got on the internet, started talking boxing and saying some stupid fuck shit.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
Nigga put on some boxing gloves and he's like, well, you know, back in my day, though, shut the fuck up.
Word.
Sorry about that. I digress.
Yeah, I mean it happens, you know, because it's all history, bro. But yes, you know, Brittany Renner was on his show. How she got on the show is, you know, it's beyond me. But,
and why do we even care what she got to say anymore? Like, how many damn podcast circuits she gonna be on? Like,
now seriously, what the fuck is she really famous for? Like, seriously, I'm just trying to
like what do niggas want to ask her? Like. Is her opinion on some like do or die shit where it's just
I mean, she's like Shaq in the Celtics jersey. She's kind of washed. I mean, to me, she's been that way for a bit. You know what I'm saying? She's kind of.
Damn,
I mean, like, do we care what Hall of Fame thoughts say? Think about like
she's a key on the Raptors. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff.
Yo, bro, that hurts my heart though. That whole
me too.
shit.
Keep my nigga. The dream was my nigga too. Yeah.
Yeah. The dream on
about Ewing on Orlando.
Yeah,
that picture, that picture hurt my fucking heart. I'm like, nigga. Yeah, that shit.
Cause I mean, that nigga was the Knicks in the '90s to me. Like, him, you know.
And they're looking mad.
Starks, that motherfucker.
But I mean,
had every short light skinned nigga think he could ball.
She's popular because she's, you know, one of the original IG thoughts that, you know, she's known for Kaepernick pushing her to the side. You know, Kaepernick made her a one-nighter type of thing, you know, and she got the NBA player PJ Washington trapped, you know, type of shit. You know, like,
but mad niggas didn't have that. I think Uzi Vert.
Huh?
I think Uzi Vert.
Yeah, Uzi was kissing her in the tongue and shit. All kind of. She just
kissing her in her mouth too. Like.
And remember, you gotta remember all the damn World Star videos she used to pop up talking about her wholeness. Like, that's why I know when she said 35, it was cap, because I remember seeing a video and she was saying like she fucked 2 different niggas in the same day type shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if that's some normal shit for you, then you can't tell me you got 35. Like 35 was just some shit that sounded low in her head. Mm-hmm. And she was like, you know what, niggas ain't gonna clown me for this. 35 ain't bad. It's just a little over my age. It's like, no, bitch, because that make it seem like you've been fucking every year of your life.
I'm sick. Yeah, and I mean, and funny thing too is like, you know, when I watched the whole like the clip where the fucking Shannon Sharpe had the nerve to act like shot, like, you know, this nigga was drinking like liquor or whatever the fuck, and this nigga acted like he was shocked at that number.
Yeah, like nigga, like it's a high number, but goddamn, like it's still a front number. I mean, like we know it's bullshit.
He probably expected it. He probably expected it to be more. That's probably why.
Yeah, like, God damn it, this bitch lying. Oh shit.
You know, but it's funny things too is like Shannon Sharpe, like, first of all, this motherfucker was in the NFL. I know he's not surprised at a woman saying that she slept with 35 men. I know this nigga was like,
he's just playing the long, you know.
That motherfucker's seen probably shit that we can only dream of, like, you know.
Especially in the
imagine them. He said he got 3 Super Bowl rings, right? Like, imagine them Super Bowl after parties.
Oh my god, yeah. Jesus Christ, yeah.
This nigga pilot.
This
nigga probably about to have a sensory overload. This nigga imagination.
In the 90s, you know what I'm saying? The 90s was a different time.
Yeah.
But the funny thing too is what actually led to that whole conversation. Like, 'cause I think they were talking about fucking Derek Jeter's dating life, and you know, Derek Jeter is a legend is a legend in two sports. Baseball and women, bro. Like, dude. And she was talking about her roster of partners was comparable to hers, which is already like, okay, yeah, that's Derek Jeter's. No, I don't think Derek Jeter's number is 35. Like, ain't no fucking way. Derek.
But still, but it still comes back to like he had to be Derek fucking Jeter to do all that though. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like when chicks be on y'all could get into the Twitter poll because that tell the story. But when chicks be on the whole like, the double standards, this, that, like that ain't like, no, stop. Like that is a high because it's like it show no discipline. Like,
right.
Like especially for a woman who could just like my nigga King P said, like you can literally just walk into a crowded room with a t-shirt that say free pussy right now and no one's turning it down. Matter of fact, you could wear a potato sack. Mm-hmm. And had that spray painted on you, and niggas would be like, dog, it's like a dude, same situation, numbers way off.
Yeah, numbers way off, man. Like I said, I mean, if you want to get her real number, or at least something that you got timed that by like 3 or 5 or something like that.
Yeah,
that's the real number. I mean, like I said,
and that's just the real number. We still looking at the 35, and people acting like that's not a high number. Like,
I mean, let's put it this way, and especially in this day, let's put it. I mean, everything is very sexualized in this day and age.
Yeah.
Like, especially regarding with women. Like, I mean, right now, this is the reason why like IG and OnlyFans are like everyone has a fucking OnlyFans. Even like even like people, Hollywood actresses, like legit Hollywood actresses, are doing softcore shit on OnlyFans and shit like that. Like, I mean, it's a very, everything is like sex this, sex that. Like, I mean, the songs, all the female rapper songs, pussy this, dick this, and all that. Like, a whole bunch of it. Like, this is like a second sexual revolution out here. So when someone who's known for IG shit and holding around on World Star videos talking about 35,
it's like,
nah.
Like, yeah, stop. Yeah. Like,
yeah, exactly.
But then my whole thing, okay, do you? Oh no, it's cool. I remember my point. Go pilot. You good?
I was gonna say, I remember when I was younger. I remember like someone always told me, whatever the girl says, you multiply it by 2 and add 3 or some shit. So there was some mathematical equation when a girl told you your number back when you would ask. Back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, it still holds true, but it's like, I still feel like it's a damn. You kind of know, like, if somebody kind of been spinning the block before, like, like even if a chick could tell you 3, there's some of them out there. It could be really like 3, like the chicks that just get wifed up type of shit on some regular goody two shoes shit, like. But my whole thing is like, yeah, like, and y'all know the types of the ones that is like niggas ain't letting them be on the free market too long,
right?
But my thing is the niggas who be on some like, man, what y'all talking about? The average woman got like number closer to 32, 35 than they do 5 or 10. A part of me is like, damn, like, like it's like everybody a hoe then? Or y'all niggas just talking to hoes? Like, cause it's like,
Go ahead, P.
Go ahead. You good?
P. Go ahead.
Like nigga had the ad lib and what I mean, like
Yeah, P. The floor is yours, bro. He just went mute.
Hey, yeah, can you hear me? No, sorry, the rain is fucking with my Wi-Fi. But anyway, it's not something I think about. Honestly, I stay out of women's business. I'm not gonna ask for a fucking body count, and I expect like high, like I don't know, 30 bodies. I don't know how to feel about that. I guess
that's just high, son. Like
that's a lot of niggas.
No, I guess to me it would be it's context, because like
Oh, here we go.
All right.
How can you context this away though?
Yeah, I mean, no, because it depends on how old is the person. When did they lose their virginity? Because the average woman loses their virginity at like 17 years old. So if you're 30, and you have 35 bodies, how many bodies is that a year? Like two every year? Like, I don't know. That's how I look at it though. Like,
but then it's like that's all that time. Like that's if you fucking from 17 to like. I mean, I guess it's like this. It depends on. I know it's a case by case basis. Somebody like in her field, like what she do, that influencer shit, whatever she's on, 30 would be low.
And that's the thing, because
but for an average chick that's not on that wave, 30 is high as fuck. And even if the influencer chick is telling you the 30, you know it's more like 50, 60 or some shit.
if an influencer chick has 30, like if Brittany Renner truly has 35 bodies, the reason it's not higher is because she's not, the average dude ain't got a shot at her. It's only the high level dudes that she's allowing to come in and fuck her. So it's like,
let's just say famous niggas. You ain't necessarily high level. You could. It almost seem like you just a famous nigga if you known.
Yeah, famous. I got money. Like,
because even then, it's like sometimes I don't know. I think if you're just around some of them, you got a chance.
I don't know. I feel like they ain't letting the average dude hit. So yeah. So.
I mean, ain't like you would know because ain't like they gonna claim it.
Exactly.
That's one of them. That's part of the number. They ain't counting on that 35. you and we see average niggas. We not talking about like bum niggas and that like, but regular niggas who could just make a move out of a situation type shit. Like you might bat above your head every now and you might spar that nigga above your weight class every now and then and get the better of him. That type of shit.
Right. No. And I definitely agree with that too. Because what I've learned with like women and body counts, like I said, it's like don't ask, don't tell. Like basically, you can always. Even if they don't tell you the number or they'll tell you the truthfully, like. All you have to do is just, if what the sex is like. If the sex feels like the bad experience, then there you go.
Like LB said earlier, if you touch a chick's thigh and she starts getting, that little, you already know she's not really, she ain't been ran through like that. You can tell.
There's other there's little hints and subtle shit that you could tell, but then there's other shit that you just like, yeah, she Jenny from the block, all right, yeah. Then there's some, it's like, nah, she the little, she a little more innocent. She stayed in the house a little longer than her homegirls.
Yeah, neighborhood, like everyone, like you live in, someone who was probably a little bit more lucid than the others, I was on campus. I was on campus for undergrad and grad, so there were some that had some reputations there too. Like you already knew, like the brothers would be saying something, and some people had reputations like that, in multiple college campuses for that matter. So it's like,
damn, all-star, all state. Listen, but see, everybody in the neighborhood knew there was like there was that. You had like the regular chicks, then you had that one chick that was fine, but it's like her parents kept her on lockdown. Like you would only see her to and from the car to the doorstep, the bus stop or whatever. Like also regular, like niggas like no, like nah, like we already know what time it is.
Yeah, and those are the ones that as soon as they get a little bit of freedom, they go crazy, left and right.
Some of them, not all of them, but you're right. Those are more. They the ones that's more inclined to get buck crazy and shit. They go to college or they get in a situation. So yeah,
they get their bad girl on,
Yup.
It's either that, or of course you get the ones that that were that were on the straight and narrow and then all of a sudden something happens in life and bam, it flips their switch and now they spraying themselves like mustard, like it's that type of shit.
Hold on. Let me hit up the comics. Salute. I see Miss 702. What it do?
Salute, Miss 702.
30 bodies. Yeah. That emoji's for real. I feel you. Earn with her. Shout out Conscious Pilot. Miss 702. I think men shouldn't worry because I've been at plenty of weddings. Like, damn, how she pulled this off? I mean, that's true. It's not, a real nigga ain't gonna worry about that shit. Real talk. Like, if you don't bring it up an ass, like, and try to be in this conversation, because if you don't ask about mine, whatever, I ain't gonna ask about. Don't ask, don't tell. Like, that's a mutual shit, really. Like.
But I know we've all been in cases like that where you're at a party right now and you realize that someone there has definitely gotten around with some of the homies or something like that. I've definitely
Did y'all ever?
So the craziest thing is the first time I ever asked, and this is why I be expecting way more. I remember the first time I ever asked a girl what her body count was, and I think I was in high school and senior year, and she had just turned 18, and she was in like a different high school. I had met her through mutuals, I think off MySpace, and we got to chatting and shit. And I asked her how many bodies, and she had just turned 18. She said 38 bodies. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? 38 at 18 years old? Like, so that's why I be expecting the worst. When you hear 38 at 18, when the fuck did you start fucking? What? 15, 16?
Dude, you be bro, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't be on the street, nigga, to like pause the wave, because like if you want some real, like, people be fucking at 12, like, bro, real shit. Like, there was one time me and my homeboy was on the phone 3-way. He called up this body, whatever, and he was trying to have us guess when she lost her virginity. We was like 18, 19 at the time. She was like 18. Shorty done. So I say 17. This nigga say 16. She's like, no. So I'm like, 15. She's like, no. This nigga said, God damn, 14? She's like, no. So I'm like, motherfucker. Like, what? Like, she said 12, nigga. Like, that ain't crazy. I'm like, that ain't crazy. Like, nah.
Oh, I mean,
come on. So it's like, it's possible. Like, that's, unless it's either on that type of shit, or you just getting rammed through at parties on some weekend type shit where you collecting like 5-6 bodies every weekend. Like they Pokemons or some shit. Like,
gotta catch them all.
Yeah, gotta catch them all. Cause I mean, damn, at 18 and you got 38 bodies.
That's kind of insane.
And you a regular person.
that means there was nobody in that home where she grew up.
And I'm sure her body count went way higher, and probably because she probably got. Now she's married with like 4 kids. So
that bitch had to be a porn star. I'm just saying that bitch had to try out the.
Miss 702. Were you at that wedding? was that one of the weddings you've been to? Damn, she got a gazillion bodies. How she pulled that off? Like,
nothing. Yeah, honestly, nothing feels more trifling than when a woman, let's say if it's a wedding or whatever, and then you kind of slowly find out that she kind of maybe invited like her past partners in there, and there's more in there that they really should be, and it's just like, God damn, like this is a fucked up trifling situation.
It's like some niggas be knowing that they truly don't care. Mm-hmm. That some niggas just be like, there's no show up and they don't realize it, see it, they don't, and they get caught up.
Yeah, no, it's
but some of them don't really retire hoeing though. Like they still side niggas and all that. And some really do. Like,
the side nigga shit is. I mean, it's not a new phenomenon, but it's more prevalent now. Like it's super prevalent. Like everything's on the side. Like, you know, I can't even tell you how many times I've been approached to be like in the last year on some side shit. I'm just like, no.
So here's the application, sir.
Yeah, no.
Fill it out, please.
Yeah, I mean, and funny things too, because we were just talking about Bumble earlier too. Like, it's the same thing on there. I know, I maybe Pilot, I know PC too, but sometimes they really be advertising that shit. Like, yo, we're, it looks like, this is like, we're like emotionally non-monogamous or some bullshit like that.
What the fuck?
No, nigga, this is real.
Like this day and age. Back in the day, that wasn't so bad, but now 80% either OnlyFans or bots or whores,
Yeah, and it's funny too because there's like
literally
because there's like I have a relationship. I don't want to change. I just want to have some fun. So he knows about it. And he's doing the thing. I'm like, so when's this shit? So why is this shit so out and open like that? And this is literally what I see on Bumble profiles. Like when I use it, I'm like, God damn! Like this shit is like. This shit is wild to me. Like, how prevalent that shit is, and you wonder how, like, like I said, we hear like why body counts are so hard, and like 35 is hard to believe for someone like a Brittany Renner. Yeah,
that's low high for her. Like that's low for someone like her. Like, because it's a lie. Like, what up, Android? What it do? Cause by the time I leave a date, I already know she's getting to get like 20 matches on the drive home.
Yeah, that's real. That's
real. Yeah, the game is real. I feel like the Instagram explosion, is what really caused this, right?
That's how they had a roster, because then you could pick and choose, like just how we do, like shit.
Yeah, I mean, particularly with Instagram, it's when they put the DM feature in, because Instagram didn't have no DMs and shit like that before. Once they put the DM feature in there, the game changed. The whole game changed. Like everything about prostitution, hoeing, and pimping. All that shit changed. That and Craigslist getting taken down and back pages, all that shit. That's when it all changed, and it just moved to.
Because niggas is getting, but that had to change though, because it's like it was too many marks and licks off that shit. Like,
and my brothers, listen, if y'all got a chick who has a nail business, y'all better check that link on her page, because she might be able to get booked. I'm just saying, be careful. Just be careful.
Hey, what about hair too, bro?
Hair, massage. They do.
Oh wait, massage. Hold on, nigga. No, like, wait, we already know that's
giveaway. But I mean, there's the hair. There's the
nails,
the nails, the fucking the grooming. Like, oh, we can take out some of your skin, bullshit like that. You know what I mean? Like that kind of
Yeah, I'm already assuming with the waxing and the landscaping.
Literally, you click on that shit and it says book me for. Oh, just to deposit $200 and like what the fuck is some insane shit, man? Like
nah. Yeah, Andrew. I mean, interesting. These days women have rosters, and the pandemic made it worse. Funnel them off into over. Yeah, the pandemic. I mean, what happened to pandemic can't be understated. Like, because like niggas was like, I mean, let's put it, there was a lot of lonely motherfuckers out there in the pandemic because you couldn't go nowhere. You niggas had to be at home, had to be separated.
You were scared to interact with people physically.
Yeah. So
damn, I'm surprised they didn't come up with an OnlyFans versus.
They probably did on OnlyFans or some shit.
Niggas just like, hold on, we ain't got it this quarter. We got so and so, and she about to twerk right now. They're just like, nah. Then the other stage be like, nah, hold on. Like, yeah, niggas will lose their mind if they had some shit like that.
But I mean, all these days, I would say real quick, all these days, these girls on trying to promote their Instagram. I'm not trying to sound like a woman basher. It's just them trying to get followers on Instagram. At the very least,
because it's the attention, man.
At the very least, they're trying to get engagement. How
if it's not, I mean, cause even if it's on some regular square shit, like if it's like Twitter, something like that, it's like, hey, follow my OnlyFans. I only respond on there. Yeah, no, it's just like it's like get up. Get up
who you think you talking to?
Yeah, I'm saying.
Android, this real shit right here. Think about it. When I was growing up in the late '90s and 2000s. A hot girl working in a shop in the mall may have had like 20 guys with the balls to approach her in a week.
Yep,
that's true.
That's part of the game. That's real shit. Like
those were the good old days.
That was the days when everybody went to the mall and like niggas like, everybody go out. We meet back here to see count who got the most numbers type shit.
Yeah, I mean, Android spitting some more these days. a 6 out of 10 will get 20 DMs a day minimum. Guys are too thirsty, and that's complete facts.
Yeah,
that's facts. Yeah,
no, it's facts. And fun things too, because I mean, like, I mean, when I got off my last relationship, after some, I took some time off, just do me or whatever. A friend of mine was like, hey, look at Bumble and shit. I was like, I don't use apps or whatever, like, because like I said, because I've never been like crazy about like dating apps or anything like that. But I was like, no, you gotta like use it. Like it's like the women gotta make the first move. Bumble. I'm like, oh, okay, fuck it. Let me see what this is all about. And it's just like, and I think too, like the ones that I've actually gone on a date with, I know a lot of them have mentioned like, oh yeah, like I get it. Like, some of them don't even like waste any time. They're like, yeah, so they send like dick pics like almost ASAP and shit, and they make the conversation. It's true that because that's what it is, because society, like the dating game in society it's just mass sexualized. That's what it is. So it's just like,
it's your dad or a hustle. The nigga, I get the Bitcoin shit, the damn. I haven't complained about everything.
I haven't gotten one Bitcoin shit. It's just like, I mean, every now and then it's either something OnlyFans, hoeing, shit like that, like anything like that. I'm just like, yeah. Next, so, yeah. Sometimes you gotta take like breaks from that shit, because it's just like, it's not like you want to think it's not real, but it's fucking real. Like it's out there.
Game change, like
yeah.
Everybody just try to put themselves out in a better light, but not the genuine real light.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they putting out like what they think you want to see. Like, no, bitch, you're like 230 pounds and like you're 5'4". No, don't put active in your profile. Mm-hmm. You actively eat. Like, the fuck out of here. Like I hate that shit. That's the most annoying shit. Like, don't be looking like damn Shorty from Shrek, and you talking about you're active. No, put sometimes or rarely.
Right.
Because if you're active, you're not gonna be looking like that. Come on.
Yeah, and that reminds me, like, that's the thing that always kills me. Like, like you can tell, like, all the women, like, if you go on IG stuff, like, you can tell when, surgery is such a thing. Like, you can tell, like, they have, these big old titties and huge asses, the BBLs and shit like that, and the stomach is like this, but the arms never lie, people. The arms never fucking lie.
Nope.
If you want to be an influencer exercise, all you gotta do is check them. Tell them to do 20 push-ups. They can't do 20 push-ups. It's surgery.
That's what I tell everybody. Like, the arms never lie. I know some people be like, nah, I look for the stomach, the abs. I'm like,
sometimes the thighs, but yeah, mainly it's always the arms. But sometimes the thighs.
The arms always, because arms it's like, dude, if you go to a gym and your arms or at least your shoulders aren't defined and you have a regular routine, then I'm questioning how often you work out, because that's one of the most natural, like, easiest things to develop. Like,
right,
we're not asking you to have a cobra back or anything. Not even biceps. We're not even getting you on the legs or none of that shit. Because
right,
maybe calf muscles and your fucking shoulders and your that shit. But yeah, you're right, Pat. Like,
yeah, I'm just waiting, because I know Andre's still spitting, like, Oh, first of all, shout out Henny God, salute. My reign was short like leprechauns.
I got 4 bodies.
Yeah.
The sugar baby shit messed everything up.
The sugar baby shit. Honestly, I don't think the sugar baby shit really messed things too up, because I mean, let's put it this way. I mean, I know, like, I mean, you can tell there were probably some women that probably had it, but I don't think it was as prevalent as before, because sugar baby shit, I mean, no one really admitted to being a sugar daddy or anything like that, so publicly. In fact, even today, I don't even think that's even really, I mean, it's a thing, but I don't think I see a nigga talking about, yeah, I'm, like, I put money in these bitches' pocket and shit like that. Like, no, like.
Because niggas be more smooth with the tricking now, man. It's more low key, dog. Like, you ain't gotta even be bragging about this shit unless you one of these niggas who's going on trips with them and you financing trips and you're like, hey, bitch, I see you damn You done put up 3 selfie pictures now. You put me in the motherfucking picture. You sliding your plate over and you up here like taking the biscuit off the plate like
Yeah.
So if you on that shit, then yeah.
You know, be on some straight up bugaboo shit. Like no, like it's like, you know, you're not paying for shit. I am. Like, matter of fact, you know, let's make a movie. Like, you know, that's how it is.
Yeah, like we up here.
Like,
yeah, Android. That's why in person is still the best. A lot of these women don't get the same attention in person as online, and it confuses the hell out of them. And that is true, man. Because sometimes when you approach them in real life, you could almost tell, like, damn, like, what, niggas don't step to you? Like, what the fuck? Like,
either that or the because I mean, it could be something maybe in person, like they give us, like, you know, some people are like, you know, either they don't know how to talk, or they're kind of antisocial, or
you getting a lot of that, like you getting a lot of chicks that look good but got like horrible social skills.
Mm-hmm. Like super.
And it's like niggas just look at them like trophies. Like no one don't approach them. They're just on some like all the approaches in the DMs and shit. Like you even see videos like motherfucker would make a TikTok about whether he should approach a girl in real time at the mall.
Oh my god!
Like, and I think what happened was, like I see some Twitter and she made and they alerted her like then she made a TikTok back like, nigga, why didn't you holler? Like this the shit we dealing with now, nigga. Like, come on.
Yeah, and honestly, and that's a whole nother aspect of all of this. Like, yeah, I mean, as Andrea has said before, like, you know, approaching approaching a woman, just talking to her shit like that, you know, that like these kids in this generation, they don't do that. Like,
I mean, I was one of those ones that if you get the eye contact, I would holler. You know what I'm saying? But like now, it comes off like creepy. No, I mean, I feel like just a girl. Cause I've talked to women about this, right? I feel like sometimes now women think it's creepy if a guy cold approaches you. I feel like some think it's creepy. I'm just saying it's a different time now. I'm just saying.
Yeah, because they don't have a way to really like try to like filter you out or try to see what you're
like,
about.
You know, like
which is
back in the
reason
day,
why they're all
look
like,
at you
yeah,
at the
you know, here's
mall,
my
you
IG,
know.
here's, you know, or text me shit like that. I mean, texting is not an issue to me. Like, you know, if you got a text, you got a text, whatever. But I think people just like socially, if they're a person, they don't know how to actually like try to judge you or how to like, you know, try to see what you're about like in person. Yeah. They gotta do it on you know, over the phone or
it's
over
a digital. Yeah, it's become a digital.
But then sometimes you gotta look at her value though. Like maybe she getting a lot of dusty niggas approaching her. Maybe it's a subconscious thing. Like, right. You know, maybe some niggas like the low hanging fruit. Like
that's also very true.
She looking at it like she thinks she's an 8, but she's really a 6. And some niggas approach a 6 faster than they'll approach an 8.
Right, because the 6 will probably put out.
Yeah, but
there's more success. There's more of a success. You know,
rate with the 6. Well, so you believe, but now it's like the 6s really be acting like they 8s and 9s, like they on some like, nah,
yeah,
we gotta go on 5 dates.
Yeah, because their heads get gassed up, you know. That's it.
Y'all see those Twitter rent is due shits? These bitches are. I'm not trying to. It sounds like we're doing the fucking Married with Children, no ma'am shit, but y'all see this fucking the rent is due bullshit, and these bitches are not worth paying rent for. Some of these hoes. Come on now, be honest. I'm just saying.
I mean, it's not no man because we don't hate women. Like,
no, I'm just saying some of these females, though they're attractive, are not worth paying $2,000 for the rent every month or something.
Dude, we're not even. Dude, don't even look. It's gotten so bad. The non-attractive ones think they could pull that.
Right.
You see the dating apps and shit. You see out the demand some of them be having. And I'm just be like, Ma, you got 2 kids, and like you're like 35, okay, but you look 48.
and you don't want a nigga with kids, and you don't want a nigga with kids, but you got 3 yourself, bitch. Sorry.
And you don't, you know, you're not active. You know what I mean? Like you're really like a 5, but you're added like you want this lifestyle. Like the one thing I see is the traveling. Like traveling is not a hobby if you only do it once a year.
Yo, that's another thing. Everyone in these fucking apps is like traveling. Like, I mean, I like to travel too. I'm no mistake about it, but it's just like seems like I'd say 98% of the profiles I've come across on Bumble have said traveling is a thing. Yes, you gotta be able to travel with me. You have to have a passport.
Dude, like, yo, first of all, it's like if I just meet you, we kicking. I don't think I want to go out the country and travel with any broad unless I know him for at least a year. Mm-hmm. And I mean, a relationship got to be on point because so many people be fucking don't know how to act when they go out of town overseas and like.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
my last.
Come on, like you trying to go out of town with strange niggas.
You know what I'm saying? Like
what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, no, y'all don't be trying. Then they'll try to take. Oh my god, that's a super annoying, bro. Like, yo, the traveling shit.
My last ex is the only one I've ever like traveled out of the country with, and even when I took our first vacation. I think it was like we were like 3 or 4 years into our relationship before we even did all.
You see what I'm saying? Like you on some shit where it's like y'all could have been married if y'all wanted to. Like y'all had that length in the relationship at that point, but you got people who's really on some like, okay, I know this nigga for like a month. All right, let's go to Cancun. Hold on, how about the bar? Like the fuck, like. How about Disney World first, bitch? Like that's just 3-4 hours. Like you talking about going to like the Vegas and shit. Like it was worse. Oh my god! Like yo, the ones who have like the adventurous profile, they've been on some Tomb Raider, Indiana Jones type shit. Mm-hmm. They think they fucking Nathan Drake or Uncharted or some shit, nigga. But when you ask them like, you know, what they liked about the country, like figuring you could learn something, they can't tell you shit. They'll just give you brochure answers. Mm-hmm. Oh, I like going out, you know, outside of the tourist areas and
eating and drinking.
No, they don't even mention that. They try to make it seem like they cool, like
right.
Like the infinity pool is nice, but the hidden waterfall is better. Like shit like that. Like this sounds like some movie shit. Like yo, you're not being like you can't. Nigga could tell me, Shorty had tell me she done been to fucking Mexico, Puerto Rico, DR, this, that, and I'm like, alright, what was the best place? This place, alright. So what was the best thing about Mexico? Can you tell me? I'm like, what the fuck did you do there then?
Yeah, exactly. Like
y'all really could have these adventures in your own backyard, in your own city, if y'all just want to drink and get high. Like, don't be on this travel shit if you're not really traveling. If you travel once a year and that's your hobby, then that's not a hobby. Look, if we only had the boxing podcast twice a year, I wouldn't call it a hobby.
Right.
If we went to the gym 3 times a year, I wouldn't call working out a hobby.
Right.
But y'all be doing that shit though.
Yeah.
But damn, shit, they need to treat fucking like a hobby because y'all racking up them bodies.
Yeah, you know, exactly. And Henny God, yeah, I see that. Yeah, we've been ignoring the accounts that are not necessarily engaging in what we're talking about. You know, so it's like, you gotta have that many. You gotta have a bunch of. You must have that many accounts. Yeah, exactly.
Like it's just going through all of them. It's like what you want, Black Cat, a fucking
That's kind of funny though.
Miss Bitch, Derek James, like nigga.
Trying to play Children 101 in basketball is kind of giggle like them.
Yeah, it's
like nigga, I ball your ass out, man. My jumper stay wet. Like get out of here. And then we play 2-on-2, man. I set my screens, nigga. Definitely. Hood basketball. Nah, I beat your ass. Well, I will take them fouls lightly. Fuck that.
The hood basketball.
Hood basketball, nigga. Nah, nigga. Look, when you put hood in front of any sport, I know a fight's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. At the very least, yeah.
Hey, yo, Pat, let's do hood football. Hood basketball, nigga. You talking about murder, nigga? Chicks these days get mad when you pull out a condom. I swear, I see the microfacial expression changes in real time. Such a different. A lot of shit changed now, man. It be the chicks that don't want the fucking condom now. Like that shit doesn't change.
Also, facts.
That
Also,
shit's like
fuck-
pure facts now.
also
And the
fucking facts.
chick literally be on some like you know when you call that like when the kid that can't read get called on to read in school and they suck their teeth and they're that be the bitch with when you pull out the condom. They be, like you asked her to read the condom, like motherfucker, like really, nigga, like really, bitch, I met you, like
Yeah.
the fuck.
And then you wonder why, like with Brittany Renner. I mean, Brittany Renner trapped an NBA player, so it's like, clearly no condom was used. Probably was never used. So it's just like,
Yeah. And I feel bad for him to some degree. I mean, he's still a millionaire, but I'm just saying, I hope he at least got the threesome with Tiana Trump in them, because I know like they were hanging out. So I hope at least he got that at the very least.
He's a basketball player.
He better have got the Tiana Trump Brittany.
Nigga could pay for that if you want to. Like
you better have got shit. Yeah, I'm just saying, if I was PJ Washington, I definitely would have got that.
yeah, it's like if you better had they got like some mind blowing like sex session threesomes out of that whole ordeal, because man, that nigga got preyed upon and fleeced. So you gotta have some great memories out of that at least.
Right.
And so that's what all of these bras really, man. Shit, you gotta have some great memories because that game is fleeting, nigga.
Yeah.
Because look at this shit, man. Look, I know niggas is like, damn, Ring Gang, y'all on the relationship wave. No, we not, nigga. We
Deontay said Tiana Trump was the fucking must.
yeah, like nigga, she's the fucking boss. This Big James, yo, what it do?
Nah, nigga, that's the alien.
Oh yeah, they all these names they just run together. It's so fucking much. Like we're gonna start banning y'all niggas. This Tiana Trump is a fucking must. Chris Brand, what it do? Renner washed, but body still on planes. Yo, hold on. Y'all keep saying she washed, but y'all like I don't like what make her so washed. Like,
I'm just saying, like we talked about earlier, she's Ewan on the Magic, Hakeem on the Raptors, Jerry Rice on the Raiders.
I mean, the looks ain't fall off. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, how is she washed? Like,
she's older now, because I actually Googled she's 31. When before he started, she was like 32.
I never realized, also too, how much of a stigma there is against older women.
I thought she was still in her 20s.
It is, because I'm like, god damn, like I'm like, washed to me is like boxing. Like when you stop looking good, when I mean, like how. You can see the transition where Vivica Fox got washed.
Yeah, and that hurt because Vivica was one of my favorites.
You know which one hurt? I think which one hurt me was Layla Rashawn. Goddamn, seeing her, Layla Rashawn.
Yes, like that's washed.
That one hurt.
Like I wouldn't even call Halle Berry washed. That's just like she passed it. Like
she's age, yeah, she just age past it. She's age.
Yeah.
Layla Rashawn though, yeah, that one's sad.
That's like nigga. I'm not gonna call Mary J. Blige wash.
Oh no, she still look good actually. Yeah, man.
Honestly, she looking as sexy as she ever looked right now. Like the last couple years.
Speaking of that,
I'm being honest, because like in the 90s, like I felt her songs, but like I ain't gonna lie.
She wasn't like top 5.
Yeah, niggas weren't lusting for no Mary J. Blige, nigga. Like
I guess 50, no kids, she's in her prime. You know what I'm saying? Now she's kind of.
I don't think she's in her prime. This nigga.
No, I'm not in her prime, but I'm saying.
Nah, she just the looks like she being sexier now.
She looks good, compared to some of those chicks in the 90s that used to look better than her. You know what I mean? Right now.
Yeah. Viv for sure washed.
Viv was washed. Was she washed when she was dancing with 50 on stage? Do you think she was washed then or not?
Nah. 50 had the last good version of her.
Yeah, the last good version.
Yeah, like nah. When you go back to the interviews and videos and like nah, like she was still on point. But then it's like after that, it was like.
That's what that was around the time she did Kill Bill. She was training and she looked, that was around that time, when she was with 50. But I think after that, yeah, and that hurt because she was one of my favorites back in the day. Like she was
her and Booty Call, shit.
Facts.
That was different.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite fucking movies too, man. Back in the day, Booty Call, man. Yeah, she was classic. Yeah, she was on point. She was on point, bro.
You don't get black movies like that no more now, man.
No, I know.
Like the pandering comedies done killed it, and
that, and you have to be PC now. It's like you can't even get any of that shit now.
Yeah, you ain't gonna have no movie about two niggas trying to smash some broads no more. Like it'd be like some totally different shit.
Real quick about Jamie Foxx a little bit. Someone tried to say Jamie Foxx over Martin. Is that?
I seen that tweet. You know what? It's honestly not as damn far out crazy how niggas want to believe.
Yeah,
because Jamie Foxx is like the Wayans brothers. Like after it kind of found its lane after the first couple early seasons,
it was crazy. It was on point.
It was funny as fuck, and it has some of the funniest guest shows too.
I'd probably take both of those over Steve Harvey. You know, back when I was younger, the Steve Harvey show, maybe because I was in school, I could relate a little more. But I'd take those over Steve Harvey show because they're all
Steve Harvey show was funny, but nah, it's, Jamie Foxx, Martin, Wayans, it's definitely over Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
Another one that was.
I might want to say Parker's because the Parker's is hilarious too.
Low key, I remember that.
Yeah, I used to fuck with Parker's. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that always killed me about all the '90s shows is like, I mean, I'm just thinking, just basically like in the '80s when we had black shows, the black shows were, everything was either very homey or whatever, like very like G-rated, for the most part. Right, and there was a whole lot of them, but in the '90s they all exploded. But it seemed like by 2000, like black shows were just like they were gone. Like
you had damn Homeboys from Outer Space. It's like you had one more last wave of them shits.
Yeah, right. City Guys.
What they do, God? What they do, John? What they do? Salute.
I mean, City Guys was cool. Like back in the NBC days, the Saturday shows. You know what I'm saying? Hang Time and all.
Yeah, like you don't get any of those type of shows anymore. Like I think like they like black shows started like dying.
I feel like did they like re-syndicate the Girlfriend show? Because I feel like that show fell off and then came back or some shit. I didn't really watch Girlfriend, so I don't really. So did it like last real long or something? Girlfriend?
I'm not gonna lie, I did because I had a thing.
I
watched a few seasons. Like Girlfriends was cool. Like
that one in the game.
I used to watch Living Single as well.
Living Single.
I fuck with Living Single shit.
I mean, I tried to watch a little bit of Blackish, but I couldn't really get fully into it. Because when shows went away from the laugh tracks, when they went away from the fucking, they went away from the and those because Blackish and all those shows didn't have those fucking soundtrack, those emotions.
Did y'all fuck with Bernie Mac show? Honestly, me personally, I didn't really fuck with the Bernie Mac show like that.
I did. I did, but there was a fall off. Like in the first seasons of Bernie Mac were funny because Bernie was still raw as he could actually be, at the time. Like but when Bernie started getting like Bernie's illness started flaring up, and you could tell because in the last season his face would be all bloated and shit.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, like I mean, it was like he was struggling to be funny and shit like that. And then of course, when you actually hear of what happened behind the scenes with him and shit like that, in terms of like the network making him work and do all this other shit, and you realize how fucked up the shit was for him.
Damn, yeah, that's crazy. I used to watch it. Because it came on around Malcolm in the Middle. And I used to watch both of them shows for a little bit, but
yeah. I actually fucked with Malcolm in the Middle too. Like
I was getting a little older, so that, like a certain time in high school for me at least, when I just kind of stopped watching TV and I wanted to just do hood rat shit. You know what I'm saying? Like go on, like go.
I feel you, bro. I feel you.
That was the age I wanted to go around and smoke and hang out with the look for the bitches. Hang with the
There's always gonna be like an era you miss from like TV or something because. I know a lot of niggas like a lot of anime niggas get me with this because I've never seen Naruto, Bleach. Fuck, was another One Piece? It's like the real famous ones. Niggas be like, damn, you ain't. I'm like, nigga, I was on the block, motherfucker.
Yeah, I was outside. Literally, I was
outside, nigga. What the fuck? Like certain is like, and none of that shit looked cool enough that compelled me to watch it later. Like how something like Afro Samurai, for example. Nigga, we was on the block, but when Afro Samurai came out, nigga, you watch fucking Afro Samurai. You feel me? Like,
yeah,
shit like that, nigga.
Yeah, like pretty much around that time, like if the show wasn't like hard or like if it wasn't like The Wire or some shit like that, then it was just yeah, like
I was lit to I watched it, but I watched it after the fact, pretty much.
That or Oz or some shit like that. Like it wasn't some shit that was like real gangster shit, like
Yeah, like X-Files, like shit, like where niggas are gonna be talking about the next day at school or whatever, or work or
Chappelle.
Like the Chappelle show is another one that I didn't get to see because at the time when the Chappelle show aired, the job I had at the time, I worked. and like when it came on, and fucking, it's like I never caught the whole. Like, oh my God, I just caught some of it. Like,
you didn't live out the I'm Rick James bit shit in the beginning, man.
Nah, I caught like, but just not like a whole season. Like, you know how some niggas just catch everything. Like, I was a nigga who was catching every third episode, every fourth episode type shit.
Yo, I was like in the middle of high school years when that came out, so I was definitely. That was something we always talked about.
Yo, that was my college years, because I remember too, because it used to come on Thursday nights, and that was Thursdays. Like, I remember I sit there like work on the project, and then after that, me and my roommate and my boy, we watch the shit, we laugh our asses off, and then I go get in my car somewhere and go somewhere and get drunk. You know, like, but yo, Chappelle Show, yeah, that was a whole phenomenon. Like that whole Rick James skit, yo, that shit changed.
The Prince, and all that, that I mean, Chappelle got gold stand-ups, but that etched his name, you know, as a legend. Like,
and just niggas couldn't sell me on that it was better than Living Color. I be wanting to punch niggas when they say that shit.
See, I will never compare them, because they were both like, both of them were groundbreaking in their own way, especially Living Color.
They're the same show. It was one show. It was just centered around one person. With the other show, it was centered around a main cast.
Right.
So that's why they compare. That's why niggas used to say, like, well, I think I'm like, nah, nigga, like you saying that because you growing up in this era. Like, if you seen both, like, like, nah, I could not say. Like, Chappelle has some classic shit, but Living Color was just different. Like,
very much.
It was more, and the woke parts from damn Living Color just hit harder.
See, I was real young, but I remember like my family gathering around on Sundays watching that shit like prime time. So I don't, you know.
In Living Color, you know,
epic, and then the musical guest.
Like watching the Homie the Clown laughing. I was like probably 4 years old laughing at Homie the Clown and shit. You know what I mean?
Homie the Clown is one of the most damn funniest underachieved skits in Hollywood, like, of all time, because Homie the Clown was so funny, it really could have had his own spin-off for 30 minutes. I think no one would have complained.
That or Handyman. Now
Handyman would have ended up bad as a spin-off, because that shit, like I don't know, like,
I don't think they even play Handyman in the replays no more. You know, they probably take out those.
Nah, they do.
If I think too, it's like the Wayans brothers, like, because I mean, obviously in the Wayans, like they have a very specific type of humor, like, if you don't, and honestly, like it's like amazing to me that a Wayans isn't really prevalent in this generation today, even though they all have. I'm pretty sure all of them got kids up ass and shit like that. So I'm just like,
I know Damon's son was supposedly kind of had a little bubble, but I mean bubbling a little bit, but he wasn't really,
Them niggas ran shit for like 30 years though.
Yeah.
Like, that's a long ass time, my nigga.
Yeah, low key, I think Damon Wayans' '90s run is underrated. When it comes to Damon Wayans, to me, he's one of the. He's like.
But when you add them all together, it's like a dynasty.
Yeah. So that's why it's just amazing to me. Like, there's not a second generation Wayans. Yeah, except for Damon Jr. Yeah, Damon Jr. Because I think he's out of all of them, and he's. Yeah, I mean, I think he's only released like one movie that I actually liked though. But it's just like you think there would be more of them on there, like.
Yeah. They moved away from that, but the Wayans family definitely is. They have to be the greatest comedy family. I don't care. I'm biased. They have to be the greatest comedy family of our time. I mean,
like I said, because their humor is very specific. Because their humor will get them canceled. Because White Chicks came out in the 2000s, and you don't ever see them they won't ever make something like that again. Because
that's what I'm saying. Homie the Clown was perfect though, because it doesn't really piss any sector off. It's like you putting a real nigga that just don't play that shit, and he's a fucking clown. That would, dude. You know what? You see how bad Santa was as a movie?
Yeah.
You couldn't tell me, like, they low key took the Homie the Clown shit and just, I don't know, they Caucasianed it up a bit.
Remixed it.
Made him a loser.
Yeah, but the Pat's point, I know once Little Man came out, I knew it was kind of over. once they had that Little Man, I was like, yeah, this is. Honestly,
Little Man was the first Wayans movie I was like, yo, this shit is kind of whack. I didn't fuck.
Yeah.
That was corny.
Yeah, I bought the DVD and I was like, wanted to return that shit.
I watched this in the theater and I was like, yeah, it's over. It's over soon for them. But
Little Man was not hitting. White Chicks was the last of their their actual movies that was actually hitting like that. Yeah, I mean, if they put out more movies after I don't think they put out any more movies like that. Like, 'cause I know Keenan pretty much be chilling. Damon still works, and
Marlon be going hard. Pause.
I used to watch his show, but it got canceled. I watched his show for a couple seasons, but it didn't last too long.
I didn't watch it, and if I think there was something in there because no one was telling me anything that I should watch it about. And Marlon is pretty funny when he wants to be. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
because as a kid, for me, I mean, looking back, Damon was probably the best, but Marlon was my dude as a youngin'. Marlon, the Wayans Bros, and the fucking scary.
He was always number 2. It was Damon, then Marlon,
but then
Keenan and Sean.
Some people say Marlon had wasted potential. Like Marlon could have been that dude. You know what I'm saying?
No, he could. Marlon can actually act his ass off. That's the thing. Like, dude has real serious acting chops.
Requiem for a Dream. Yeah, he didn't continue off Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah, Requiem for a Dream was a dark fucking movie, but he acted his fucking ass off in that shit. So,
but Marlon did kind of like become a legend and did his thing though.
Like Marlon put in more than Marlon's work in the 90s and early 2000s is more than enough to and
then his consistency, because remember I think he had the 50 Shades of Black. I think that's the last shit I seen from him.
Yeah, actually that was pretty funny too. But then and then he had that Sex Tuplex movie. I couldn't
watch that one. That was a little too corny for me. I ain't gonna lie to that. Where he's like his version, it was like his version of Nutty Professor, right? Basically, I was like,
I couldn't fuck with it because I was like, this didn't look too funny to me.
He wasn't the biggest stand up. I saw his stand up. It wasn't the best, but I watched that shit.
No, because he stayed relevant the longest.
Sean be chilling. Like, Keenan put in enough work in the 80s, so if Keenan
and the 90s,
if Keenan wants to chill, he can chill. Damon was still going hard. Damon is probably Damon was probably the most well-rounded Wayans.
Easily. And his 90s run underrated. Dog, his 90s run is so underrated to me.
Blank Man was funny. I need to rewatch that.
Even the boxing movie, The Great White Hope, he was pretty good.
Great White Hype, nigga.
He had classic stand-up. He's the only Wayne that actually has.
He did have a good stand-up too. And man, I don't care. Even though he was watered down, My Wife and Kids was my shit. I don't care.
And even the fucking Lethal Weapon reboot, dude killed that. That shit was incredible.
And what was that movie he had? And you know what? Him being matched up with Marlon was underrated too.
In Mo Money, yeah.
Yes.
That was a good movie. Yeah, I wish they're I don't know. You put, I guess, putting the youngest and the old, you putting that dynamic. It worked. It just shows Marlon can fuck with anybody. Yeah, Marlon and Damon should have been in more shit together because More Money was hilarious.
But they always paired him up with Sean. But I would have liked to see him interact with Keenan more too. But damn, now you're asking nigga, you want to just go to their house and just see?
The thing with Sean,
that should have been jokes though.
I mean, the thing with Sean was, he had the good one-liners, but he wasn't, he wasn't the funny. He wasn't that funny.
Sean was just a straight man, and he was a DJ. So it's just
yeah.
He played his role, that's the reason why you never find there's not too much work that he's done outside of working with his brothers. He knew his role.
Yeah, he knew his role. Then when Damon and Keenan, they had some classic parts too.
But I think it's just more or less you want them to have in movies. Obviously it's Marlon. Yeah, Marlon had classic moments with both Damon and Sean in movies, and Keenan was really
by himself.
Yeah. On the shows, except on the shows, he worked with his brothers. And he was on the episode of My Wife and Kids too with Damon. That was a funny ass episode too. That shit came on recently.
Yeah,
those two were killed.
I guess we being greedy, nigga, because you see how we get to see other types of groups have spin-offs and interact with each other. You get to see them pair off or three and you get to see how they chemistry is kind of like how we do, kind of like us, really.
Right, yeah, exactly.
And so you be wanting to see that too, in other dynamics. So I get it,
yeah.
I'm not asking for too much, but yeah, it's cool. They made some classics. They Like they like the Jackson 5 of like comedy.
Yeah, no, they absolutely did. And yeah, Deontay Jones, yeah, it is impressive. Keenan did writing for Eddie and Hollywood Shuffle. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like, dude, yeah, Keenan put in so much fucking work. Like, dude turned his brothers and sister into like fucking
he was really the catalyst
off his hustle.
Well,
Wasn't it
him and Townsend that kind of stopped? They came up together, right?
Yeah.
Did they have a rift, or they just kind of drifted apart? Did they have like a beef with them, or I don't?
There's a reason, and there's a rumor out there on why.
Was it over a female?
No.
Like, you tell us?
No, the rumor is I think Robert Townsend, I guess, and didn't like to give credit for a lot of the shit he'd done. Like, because there's always there's always other chefs in the kitchen and stuff like that. And I think the rumor is he never liked to give a lot of credit to people.
Oh, he was kind of a glory hog. Okay,
which is the reason why you don't hear too much of him after 2000
these days.
Yeah. That's
he never run though. I mean, Robert Townsend is a legend himself.
Yeah, no, he is. Like,
he is. But your legacy, man, like, you not necessarily have to be likable, but niggas gotta fuck with you, like, to carry your legacy on. Like, if niggas felt like you weren't giving them credit and shit, then it goes from not speaking highly of you to not speaking of you at all.
Right.
And truthfully, he becomes forgotten. He becomes forgotten. It feels like Robert Townsend.
And the thing is, it's not like he has movies and shows and stuff, but none of them is really like stand out classic like his contemporaries like that. He has the 5 Heartbeats,
and Meteor Man.
And Meteor Man, like,
but in
and the Parenthood, like, that's
Parenthood classic to me. But
that's it. But compare that to a lot of the other niggas, like Mario Van Peebles and Peebles, and Keenan, and they kind of got him.
Yeah, they kind of lapped him.
Yeah,
and then it's like their legacy. You kept kind of seeing them be relevant years later, whereas Robert Townsend is just kind of faded a little.
Yeah, he faded to the. I mean, like I said, he's put in enough work where you can do that. It's whatever for him. Yeah. Like but considering how much he was a part of in the 80s and 90s in terms of for like black comedy and shit like that, like he should be mentioned more. But sometimes but like I say, it's like a catch-22. Like you're part of this, but then you kind of alienated the people that you work with, rumors, just rumor and shit like that.
I can totally agree with
that. But did you see it play out? I'm sorry, what did you say, Pilot?
I was going to say, I could definitely see what Pat's saying about the rumors because, he really has not done shit in the past 20 years, I feel like.
But then you don't even hear it. Like, look how the Art of Dialogue and other channels will have like an affiliate of Tupac or somebody that you barely knew about, but he could tell you so much great shit about Tupac.
Yeah, you hear that.
And you're like, but nigga, you was just in a random group on death row or some shit, but like, he's talking like, that's legacy, my nigga. Like, you, where it's like, the public don't even really know somebody like that. Or it could be somebody that's like, it could be somebody that Pat knows that all of us don't even know, but he could come up and still talk as good as him about him as we could about Pat. Like, that's legacy. That's legacy. Like, that's how you want to be. Like, because that's how you live on. Like, niggas is still giving glowing reviews about this nigga life.
Yeah.
30 years later.
Yeah. And then I'm just reading some more of Deontay Jones saying, Low Down Dirty Shame is a hood classic. Absolutely. I watched that. Like, when it comes on, I watch that shit. And Marlon is a legend for being in Above the Rim. Above the Rim is such a it's a classic basketball movie. Has a classic soundtrack. Even though it was kind of wild having a West Coast record company be the soundtrack for a movie that's based in New York.
Classic roles though. Classic roles. Classic.
That was the payback for giving Ice Cube a classic. So they kind of looked out.
Yeah, but
so at some time down the line, though, we're definitely gonna have to talk about '90s movie soundtrack because that's due for a rant, but probably not for tonight.
Dude, it's like we got too much shit to talk about. Like, nigga, like how the fuck we gonna talk about all this shit? Like,
yeah,
and because only us could talk about it like the way we talk about it. It's just every week we're like, damn, nigga, we gotta talk about Intel Pentium chips and the outburst they had on 97 in 97 and
Yeah,
and we'll talk about some random shit like that. And like, we really need to talk about the influence of joysticks transitioning to the home gaming console market. Like,
yeah, and I know my man Kang Sung is probably looking, waiting for us to talk about that, Mortal Kombat shit or more video games and shit like that, or shit like that. I know he's waiting. I drew Sub-Zero just for that shit, bro. Like, yeah,
I don't know if you've seen it. It's on the Twitter. But yeah, like I got the Sub-Zero like Mortal Kombat in the house, man. Like,
but yeah, definitely. I know. Basically, so I know we went from talking about how many bodies is 2 bodies for like 45 minutes up. Now we talk about the weigh-ins and shit like that. Hey, it's progression though. We that's how
it's ranting.
Yeah, we ranting but because I just see it now taking a look at the live time. So we get hour and 10. So I know we got to wrap it up because people got
that time.
Yeah, people gotta be up a little early in the morning, and then Kangson just saying, "Yeah, I still play on the fight stick." I mean,
pause.
Hey, it's pause. I mean, sometimes, I mean, that's just the way to do it, I guess. Nigga, like to play on the fight stick, man.
Growing up in the 90s, I always wanted one. I ain't gonna lie, like, because I was like, damn, man, you could do more shit, but I think if you had to grow up in the arcade,
what console had it though? I mean, unless you had a PC.
Sega had the accessories for it. I used to get the magazines. Sega Genesis.
Sega had a fight stick, really?
Yeah, like didn't they? Sega had fucking everything, dude. Okay, I'll give you one. You remember the activator?
Yeah.
Okay, I never fucked with that. I never got that. I always wanted to see, but okay. I'll give you one that I actually personally had. I bought it. It was called the Interactor. Do you remember that?
I'm trying
Dude. Okay, look. It was a vest that you put on that it would mimic the punches and the hits from when you're playing the video game.
Oh, shit. It's a VR shit.
Yeah, dude, and you hooked it up to the Sega Genesis, and you could play Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. When they do the fatalities, you feel your chest get hit. Like,
honestly, this what you're talking about is pretty much also like on the level of someone owning a fucking Neo Geo, my nigga. Like, seriously,
dude, I bought this for like $30 at fucking Mac Frugal's. Like, it's not even the store don't exist no more. This was in the 90s. I was like, I couldn't believe I seen it. I remember the commercial. But do you remember the commercial? Like, this is no cap. Like,
so, honestly, like, I mean, this just looks like if you had this, then you had a Neo Geo and a TurboGrafx 16, my nigga. Like,
nah, that was a come up for me, man. Like, I mean, nigga lucked out, but it was dope though. Like, it would hit all the explosions. Like, you would feel this shit. You'd be like,
Yeah, I'm just trying to think because I'm reading it now. It came out for Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis and Sega CD in '94. How come I never fucking heard of
you never heard? Oh my goodness! Hold on, let me see the comments. Ain't y'all ever heard of this? Hold on, y'all niggas still talking about the movies? Like, the fuck? Like, yo, catch up, like.
No, because it's honestly it's like I didn't personally own
nigga your Poindexter ass nigga, you ain't heard of this shit.
I didn't own the Sega, but my neighbors across the street they had it, like, but they used to have all the games, but never once did have
because I never knew anybody who had the activator. Like, I always wanted because
activator. See, that was
because dude, you could punch and kick and the video game character do all that shit.
I was a Nintendo nigga. I only had Dreamcast, but I always wanted Genesis. Maybe because it was black. I don't know. I always wanted. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, because I had Nintendo, which I'm grateful for. But going over kids' houses and they would have the Sega. That shit.
Oh, the active. Okay, this. Yeah, I'm just saying that right now. Yeah, this. This. Someone I knew had this shit. Yeah, this.
That's so. Could I get some reviews? Look, I'm like so super curious. Like,
no, because the fun thing is too. It's like. what it is like, I mean, basically, I think like every corner, like it's like one corner was up or down or left or right, some shit like that. And then one corner, then it was the buttons like A, B, and C, and fucking start. Like that's how it fucking worked, my nigga. Like.
So the commercial was fluff because the commercial had niggas doing the uppercut, then they had Scorpion doing the uppercut, like.
Yeah, because basically, that's how it was. Because it was just basically the 8 parts of the activator. It was mapped to a certain like up, left, right. That's how it was. That's what it did. So
that's kind of like, did you play with it? I mean, pause.
Hey yo, son, that was crazy, yo.
Yeah. Hey, I paused, nigga. Like, did you use the activator? Like,
I've seen it used. I've not personally never used it. And to me, it was like the fucking Nintendo Power Glove back in the day. You think you're doing all this shit, but really all you're doing is doing this shit. Nigga.
God knew someone had it.
And it's connected to a cord too. Like it wasn't even really no wireless shit. Because
see, the commercials were cap, man. Commercials used to make niggas think it's the greatest shit in the world. Like,
yeah.
Even the damn chess commercial with the fucking Marines, nigga, had that shit looking raw as hell. Like, I always be like, Roddy, let's play chess. Like, you seen the fucking Marine commercial, didn't you, nigga? Like, yeah. Like, I mean, dude, you old nigga, you remember that shit?
Yeah, I remember that shit. I definitely remember that shit.
That commercial was hard as fuck. With the pieces coming to life, like, but yeah, nigga, we out here, like, yo, you got me reminiscing this shit, nigga.
Yeah,
no fucking. Goddamn, Hollywood Shuffle ain't as good as Coming to America, nigga. Chill. Yeah. You see that shit?
That's a hot take, I like both movies, but Coming to America was different.
Come on.
That shit is like that shit is like an all-time great comedy. Not to say Hollywood Shuffle isn't, but it's Hollywood Shuffle was basically like that indie flick, whereas Coming to America had like the whole. Like
it's the mainstream joint that lived up to it. Like it's the DMX album. Like
I'm having a real moment.
I mean,
I'm at my real moment. Coming to America is my favorite movie, probably arguably of all time, but I never fully watched Hollywood Shuffle. I ain't gonna lie.
That ain't too bad a take.
Personally, Hollywood Shuffle is hilarious to me. I fucking love that. I love Hollywood Shuffle.
Kung Fu Hustle's a classic. Mm-hmm. They both always flawless. I ain't see Hollywood Shuffle in a minute. I'm gonna have to rewatch it.
Is Harlem Night the median between the two? You know what I'm saying? Would you say Harlem?
Now Harlem Nights is classic, nigga. But that's something they tried to hate on though. Like you don't get good reviews, but it's classic. Like
because it's a black gangster movie. They don't want that. Like no, it's like ain't no. That's why you don't see movies like Hoodlum that they don't get mentioned like that. Like for some
Hoodlum was fucking classic, yo.
Yeah. Black gangster movies they don't get that type of love unless it's hood gangster shit. It ain't they don't want no Al Capone with niggas involved in that shit. Like they don't want to talk about Bumpy Johnson, none of that shit, nigga. That's
because I learned you don't let a nigga put no nuts on your ice cream. Pause.
Yeah, speaking of, I tried to finish Godfather of Harlem, but I just can't. It's just not clicking for me. I'm up to date almost, but it's like it ain't that.
Damn, my sister keep hyping that show up to me. Really? Like,
I watched the first couple seasons, but this season I just haven't really. I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't picked it up yet. I mean, it's not even in my queue, but I was like, I'll probably watch an episode when I get to watching an episode.
Hey, nigga, that Castlevania just came out.
Yeah, so did the Gen V shit, which I'm,
What the fuck is Gen V?
Nigga, the boys spin-off shit where now all the shit takes, students with those fucked up special powers. They're in like high special.
Oh damn! Like I'm gonna have to eventually watch The Boys though. No lie, like you're right. I'm gonna fuck with that. But yeah.
But we gotta start wrapping up because we got.
Yeah, let's go.
I'll just not.
Shout outs to Force if that come out tonight.
Yeah, and I know Anthony Mazzano says I'm not sure if you guys ever watched this comedy Big Trouble in Little China. Of course we did. Like yeah,
dude. Like what the fuck? Like are we 12? Like
nah, like
nigga.
I mean, I'm over 40 and this nigga LB is born to be 40. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, yeah, like that. We watched Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah,
that shit is classic.
I think I brought that up in the chat the other day. I was like, Showdown in Little Tokyo, like.
Yeah, I mean that's the Dolph Lundgren, rest in peace, Brandon Lee. I have that. Yeah. I have that on DVD too. That shit is fucking classic to me. For you guys, what is one comedy from when you were a child? Don't you think will translate and will?
Married with Children.
There
which
we
is
go.
classic.
There we
And
go.
honestly, I feel like Married with Children is funnier than Martin. Like
And
on
honestly,
the all-time list.
And honestly, I wouldn't even disagree with that take because that shit from season 1 to 11 was heat. Like this shit, and this shit was like nonstop. Like the reason why they canceled it was, the run was gonna end, but it was canceled a season earlier than it was supposed to. But yeah, no, Married Children cannot exist in today's because number one, they made fun of fat people. There was a lot.
Everybody.
Yeah, there was a lot of fighting, more fighting than you would ever see on a show that was made in the 80s. Like, someone call it they had objectified women, misogynistic, allegedly. Yeah, and Al held very controversial views about lots of different things, like and then Kelly was a sex addict, Bud was a degenerate, but he was intelligent, and he got into a lot of fucked up situations. And even to the point where there was even a spin-off that could have been a show with the No Ma'am shit that we referenced earlier.
Then Peggy.
I used to watch it with my dad. That's my favorite cat sitcom. I ain't gonna lie. White sitcoms is Married with Children is my favorite for sure.
They treat that show like a redheaded stepchild.
Even though isn't the black guy
King of Queens gets more mention.
Isn't the black dude the fucking like one of the main?
Michael G. Moy. Salute, he like.
He said movie. Anthony wanted a movie. Let's see.
Oh, movie.
Oh, damn, nigga, you got me on that, bro. Like shit, like it's.
I'm trying to think. Shit.
I'm
trying to think of something that's not be PC.
You stumped us when we trying to leave. What's wrong with you?
Appreciate it.
Fuck it. It's like I feel like you would win a decision. Like if we just left it alone. Like Fuck, hold on. Cause this ain't going past 11:30. I'm looking at this fucking time. It's 11:25. Mm-hmm. My nigga, we got moves to make. 11:26 the countdown. Like y'all motherfuckers think of a classic comedy in the 90s, nigga. Like
in the 80s or 90s. Like let's see. Goddamn.
I mean, would Coming to America be okay now? Probably.
Nigga, we already said that. Everybody knows. Like there gotta be something else. Okay, 3 strikes, motherfucker.
3 strikes.
Yeah, it's not a classic. It is funny though.
It is funny though, but it's one of those things because it's.
I'm trying.
I don't think it's like flagrant enough. You know what I'm saying? It ain't one of them. Like it has a lot of inappropriate comments and shit like that. A lot of inappropriate topics that don't go over.
But it was funny though. Like
it was.
He just asked if it was funny, not to remake it. Like.
Would translate to today's culture because
movie specific. Oh, he did ask. Okay.
Me, Deontay. I don't know when it drops.
Fat Beach. Fat Beach.
Fat Beach was the Hotbox classic, my nigga. Like Brian Hooks was both in that one.
That was the USA. That was a show that was on USA. That was always on USA back in the day for me.
Fuck. Oh, do you think that would work though?
That one Trippin'.
Trippin' really wasn't funny though.
Maybe Trippin' was. I used to like it though. It wasn't funny, but I used to like them.
I mean, I'd say the Players Club because they try. I mean, like translating to.
Oh wow, yeah, you probably could, yeah, with this strip culture now.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one because of the rape scene and all that. Yeah, it was kind of intense.
Well, that and then Bernie with his bucket nakeds and what he was talking about half the.
Yeah, because you would just have DC Young Fly as Bernie Mac character. Let me see. Instead of Uncle Luke being the niggas that cut the superstar nigga, that's like it'll be Kodak Black or some Rick Ross. We'll keep it Florida. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, that thin line between love and hate. Damn, I forgot about that.
Classic.
Y'all like King of the Hill, of course. Are y'all gonna check out the West Side Gun new project? No.
I like his ear for beats, so yes, I will listen. I like what the beats he selects, so yes, I will listen to it.
Damn it, I need to drop a fucking album. Y'all niggas playing, y'all. This nigga getting if y'all review this nigga, I don't know, man. The original 21 Jump Street. Damn, you old nigga. I mean, but yeah, that That shit was cool. Pretty soon you're gonna be. If you mention in the heat of the night, we like come on, like chill.
That or New York Undercover. Like, don't let me go.
New York Undercover classic. Oh,
yeah. Don't let me go. That would be for another time for me to go off on a New York Undercover rant. Like, I will go off like, like say, how they did that show was fucked up. It's like
Ice-T top 10 villain, TV show villain.
Yeah, fucking Fox. They, it's unbelievable what they did to that fucking show. I'm not gonna go to a rant though because it's 11:29. We gotta get up out of here. So yeah. Good show, everyone. Thank you, everyone in the audience in our chat for participating. And I know you try to get your bars off because I know, but we gotta get up out of here because there's some things we gotta do.
Yeah, New Jack City's flawless. Yeah, we know. Yeah.
So,
but y'all take. We appreciate y'all rocking with us, but we got shit to do. Y'all make sure y'all tune in Saturday for the Canelo fight, and we'll be back here Monday.
Most likely, Monday, and then going off on that on boxing. We'll go off on some boxing, especially if something epic happens that night. So yeah, when
Charlo finally gets the respect he deserves.
Exactly.
Rome picked Canelo, so it's all the young niggas against us old niggas with this one.
Yeah, hey man,
he told me today, like I asked.
That's how it is in the way of the world too, man. So I think Pilot dropped up early. Pilot had to go, Pilot be dropping up mad early sometimes because this nigga be feeding.
But yeah, man, damn, 11:30 on the dot. We good, man. Y'all salute, man. Appreciate it.
For myself, Pat Scorpio, the Nigerian representative. For LB Shuttleworth, the God, the GOAT artist. For King P, Bodega P, who's probably having a little issues with his Wi-Fi tonight. And then for Conscious Pilot, this has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. So until next time, peace.
Sonny Edwards' interview is up right now.